Good evening. Thank you for joining us at CNR News, where the best news is the great news. Communications. What is communications? Well, it's between a sender and a receiver. But what happens when the sender does not get the message across to the receiver? Ball is dropped. Our three-dimensional communication model here consists of a sender, receiver, and the effect. Going back to the sender has to have a message. It has to clearly and effectively, as well as efficiently, get the message across to the receiver. The receiver also has to listen carefully to what the sender is saying in order to process the information so that it can effectively be executed and the message can get across. A great way to establish this model is as a football game. It'll be a three-dimensional model according to football. Franny?
Thank you, Jason. Now, in regards to our three-dimensional model, a football analogy is actually the perfect thing to show the different elements that go in with our model. There are three different aspects. There's the coach, the team, and the touchdown. Each play an important role in this model. So how would the coach play an important role?
It's very important because the coach is look like the sender. Is the person who releases the information sent from to the team. And actually, the very important part about that is how they send them.
This is very true. So that would make the team the receiver.
Yes, the receiver have the responsibility to carry the message through the field. Actually, at some point, they had to understand where the information goes, and actually, they had to be in control with the message.
Of course, so depending on how accurately and comprehensive that they receive the message, that would get it a point to the touchdown.
Wow, the touchdown. Actually, that's the I want to say that's very important part because in the field is where you want to go. It's the goal where you want to carry the message to the team.
Of course, so the arrival of the team at the touchdown actually shows how well the message was received throughout all the different aspects.
When it wins effectively, the celebration is goal.
Of course. Back to you, Jason.
Thank you, Franny and Carmen. Now I'm joined here in the studio with our Dr. Michelle Dixon, communication specialist from CNR. Now we have a communication model that you have seen them present, and you have a concern in regards to the coach.
Yes, it depends on the circumstances. We have some strengths and weaknesses, and some of the strengths would have to be, number one would be strategy. When it pertains to the coach, the strategy and the feedback between the coach and the players are necessary because the interpretation and the perception can be received, and if it's not received properly, then the ultimate goal, which is the touchdown, is ineffective. And that's not what we're here today. Our team is here to win.
So as it pertains to the team, we understand now that the coach has some weaknesses and some strengths. What are some strengths of the coach?
Yes, they have quite a few. The strengths are the delegation. They have to maintain a sense of superiority and give the players all of the information that they need to execute the plays. They also have to have control. In order to sustain the game, the control is necessary. If the coaches lose control, it's a domino effect. The players lose control.
Now let's go down to more so the team who receives the information from the coach. You do have a great analysis on the strengths of the team.
The strength of the team when it pertains to the coaches, it depends. Nonverbal, we have cues, and we also have verbal cues. And if the coaches can convey to the players the cues are necessary to execute the plays, then the ultimate goal is a touchdown, and we win the game.
Great. Now that we understand that the sender, the coach, has to get the message across to the team efficiently and effectively, there are some weaknesses in the communications between the receiver and the sender and the coach and the team. What are some of the weaknesses that you would say the team would encounter?
Oh, quite a few. If the information is not properly processed, the receiver, meaning the team, can have ineffective team plays and ultimately lose the game. And a lot of things can come into play. We can get fatigue, we can get overworkness, dehydration. There's several different effects that can happen in between the communication channel that'll ultimately affect our end result.
And so, what would you say would be some strengths of the team after the coach, the sender, has effectively given the message over across to the team?
We have a few things. We have position the ball. We will have possession. We have footage, field goals. We can even execute a touchdown if the information is executed successfully between sender and receiver. The message conveyed, the touchdown is the end result.
Great, great. So we understand that once the message is given from the sender, the coach, to the team, the receiver, the ultimate goal, as the recurring theme that you've been stating, is the touchdown. And we all love the touchdown, especially the touchdown dance.
Yes.
Well, what are some of the strengths of the touchdown? Can you go into that, explaining maybe how the touchdown or the end result can have a positive effect and in the end result of the touchdown?
Yes, well, the end result is the touchdown. The goal is to score 7 points. So if the message is sent and received effectively and efficiently, then the end result is completed, if you will. The score is attached to the scoreboard. The team is happy, and we're off to the Super Bowl.
Great, great. So what would you say then, just on the flip side of that, maybe some of the weaknesses of the end result or the goal?
Of course, well, we don't anticipate some of the weaknesses, but if we have to encounter, it could be weather, it could be absentee, it can be not prepared, not properly reviewing the playbooks. It's quite a few different things that could occur, but we don't really want that to happen, now do we?
No, no, we all like touchdowns. Great analysis on that. Thank you for joining us here in the studio, Dr. Dixon, and your great analysis on the strengths and weaknesses of this particular communication model.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Dr. Dixon, for your analysis on a three-dimensional football model. Franny and Carmen, I do thank you as well for being out in the field and getting that message across there. But what we have to understand is that the football is the most important element in which the reason of the game. Without the football, it'll just be two teams on a field. Refs, fans, hot dogs. Why are we here? We're here because of the information that needs to be sent from one side to another, effectively and efficiently. I thank you for joining us here at CNR News, and come back again. Have a great evening.